Hey everyone, Justin Etherton here with Etherton Real Estate of Keller Williams. I've got Austin Lampson with me. We're going to talk a little bit about credit, your mortgage minute, but we're going to wait a couple of seconds to see a couple people get on, and then we're going to say hi to you and introduce ourselves and get going. So if you're interested on what the mortgage market is doing, get on here, check it out. So looks like they're building our audience right now. So we're going to be a little bit patient. All right. But in the meantime, check out Austin. Should probably get more followers than me.
Hello, happy Monday, everyone. Thanks
Let me adjust. She is shorter.
Whoop, 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 whoop. Good?
We're still waiting on a couple people, but say hi because this is recorded. So we got one person live. This is Austin Lampson with OnQ Financial. She's talking about our mortgage minute tips and what to do to maximize and get your best mortgage possible, what you need to do. So just real quick, introduce yourself.
Hey everyone, I'm Austin over at OnQ Financial. I am a senior mortgage loan officer and I've been in lending for about 14 years now, actually 14 years this month for just mortgage origination. So Justin was kind enough to have me talk on today, and I wanted to bring up a couple things that we're seeing kind of get some changes here in the market and what's really going to impact people going forward. So like I said, we'll wait maybe another minute or two, and I want to know your questions, of course, if there's anything we can do to help. That's what we're here for.
Yeah. So if you do have any specific questions, like exactly how much can I qualify, she probably could tell you because she's that good without knowing your income, your credit. No, just kidding. She's more than happy to answer any questions you may have specifically, but if it's really dialed down to what you can qualify for, you may need to talk to her on the phone.
Might be an offline conversation.
Yeah, for sure. So, well, let's go ahead and get started. You had a couple of tips you wanted to start with on our Monday morning mortgage minute.
So I want to talk about credit because, so many of us are really, we're really aware of credit these days. There's so many commercials about it. You get it on your credit card statements. But what I'm seeing is that there's some misinformation about how to actually have a great credit score. We all know that you need to pay bills on time. That's an easy, that's a given. But did you know the number of trade lines that you have actually matters? So what's a trade line? So if you have a credit card with, say, Visa, that's one trade line. And if you have a car loan with, say, a federal credit union, that's another trade line. So every instance of credit is one trade line. And what's really important is to develop at least a 2-year or 24-month history of credit and to keep these accounts active. Now, if you have a car loan, of course, you may be paying off in a matter of time, but try to get at least a 2-year history. That 2-year history is the basis to build your credit score. So we have some clients that he literally has 2 trade lines. He's got his car loan, and he's got a small credit card he uses. Everything else he closed. His credit score is actually under 680 because of that. But then we have another client that uses a lot of credit. He's got 4 or 5 different accounts. He pays them as agreed. He keeps them at certain thresholds, and I'll touch on that too. And his credit score is 780. So here's someone that uses credit more that you think that would be like not a good idea to use versus someone that is really limited in their credit use, and yet their credit score is better. It's all about data. The more data you have that works for you, the better that your credit score will be. And real quick, I did touch on balances. The little angel singing for you golden rule is that if you can keep your credit cards at a 1/3 balance to limit ratio. So if your limit is $3,000, never spend more than $1,000. Now the next threshold is 50%, so that spend $1,500. And as you get closer to the limit, and if you go over that limit, that's when you start seeing your credit score really drive down. So again, we have clients that'll use one credit card and just keep it at the limit, even if you pay it to 0 each month. It's still going to look worse than if you took that and spread it over a couple cards and kept that balance to limit ratio down. A lot of weird nuances in credit. So of course, if you want us to look at your credit score to help you get ready for buying a house, that's definitely one thing that we do. Justin's a really great partner is that so many people, it's scary to think about buying in the Central Coast. It's scary the prices that we pay. But if you put a good plan in place and you have the right team around you, that's what's going to make all the difference.
Awesome. Does anyone have any questions for Austin regarding credit, how to use it, how many lines? You said 3 to 4. When do you close down an account? Do you ever close down an account? That's a great question. Do you ever close down an account, or do you just leave it at zero?
Leave it at zero and use it occasionally. Because if you have I have a credit card. I will say my first credit card ever was Victoria's Secret credit card when I was 18. And I still have that trade line open because I'm 36, so that's 18 years of credit with positive data. And I use it maybe once a year. You know, you can buy a cup of coffee with it or some perfume or something like that. But that way it keeps active. I didn't know
Victoria's Secret sells coffee.
Well, they have the Visa logo on it, so...
Anywhere.
I want to keep you awake in there. That's for the guys. That's what the guys
I don't
get
think
in
the guys
coffee.
need coffee in there, but anyways.
But so yeah, I haven't closed that account. Now there's other accounts I've closed since then because I don't use them. But I like keeping accounts that are over 10 years old. It's really giving that long-term history of data. It's all about data.
Gotcha. Real quick, and we're going to get going. What can you say you're seeing happening right now in the mortgage market? We've seen this year mortgages come down to historic lows again. About 3.5. Some internet places are quoting lower than that, depending on the circumstance. But what are you seeing coming up? What are you seeing that real quick people might be aware of? Hey, check this out. And
well, the big news is that the Fed is considering raising rates again in December, and that would be huge. Now, the last time that they raised rates, the global markets pretty much collapsed. Now, it wasn't because of the Fed, it was on a separate events that we're seeing, so there was kind of a muted impact of that. But this year, we're seeing more and more global economies really spout up. Like Brexit had a big impact for 2 weeks, and that's it. Now, I don't think we're done hearing about Brexit, but still, it's only a really short-term impact. The Bank of Japan's going to negative interest rates. Again, a 2 week of, oh my gosh, the sky is falling. So I think overall we're seeing rates going to be flattened. They're going to stay low for a long time, but it could be a quarter-point difference in rate here or there, just looking at what of the data that's coming out.
So if you get a loan from Japan, they will literally pay you instead?
They're paying their banks.
They're paying their banks. So the government is paying to subsidize the banks.
Yep.
Which is great. So let's go get loans from them.
Let's go get loans from them.
Awesome. Any questions left for us? I don't think we have any. If you have anything at all, Austin, what's the best number to reach you at?
805-335-8200. Or you can check out my website, austinlampson.com. Austin just like the capital of Texas, and Lampson is L-A, M as in Mary, P as in Paul, S-O-N.
Awesome. All right, higher up. Thanks, guys, for checking us out. And if you have any questions about the real estate market or some more mortgage minutes or crazy tips Thursday that we're going to be doing, check out here. And we're trying to be resourceful to you guys and have fun. So say bye to Austin.
Bye.
And
Happy
we'll
Monday.
Talk again. Happy Monday. Get out there and kill it.
Make it a great day.
Bye.